Roadcraft just dropped a preview of Expansion 2 on the public test server. 2 maps, 7 vehicles that also include the highly anticipated Wrecking Ball that demolishes buildings for resources. I'm F5 Dad, the 4 a.m. gaming historian. I've been playing Vehicle Sim since the original test drive back in 1987. This is the biggest Roadcraft update yet, and let's break it all down. We're going to start the series out with some love, as my first vehicle is the Derry Longhorn 4520 Heavy Scout. This is your go-anywhere workhorse. It's a 6x6 drivetrain and a raised suspension. The Longhorn handles every road type, including mud, boulders, and even water. Honestly, I simply couldn't resist myself testing this beast against multiple environments, including a road blockage, deep water, and using the winch. Up first, we got some boulder ramping and climbing, and as you can see, whereas most vehicles topple over when hitting a very small rock, this guy is going to chew them up and spit them right back out. I hit the boulder blockage from both sides so you can see how this thing is going to react, and honestly, I think it's nearly impossible to flip this thing over. It also handles water just as well. Of course, much slower, but this vehicle is becoming my favorite scout vehicle the more and more I play with it. My final challenge was to use the winch, and I pulled the heavy dump truck filled with sand with ease. And when it comes down to it, the Derry Longhorn is a great addition to Roadcraft, and 2 thumbs up. My second vehicle is another scout, and unfortunately, it's not as fun as the Longhorn, but it does have its purpose. I'm talking about the Minuteman K370 Explorer. It's a light scout, it's fast, it's a great vehicle to use for paved roads and easy terrain, but the second you hit some mud, good chance you're going to get stuck. The Minuteman is your typical scout. It has object and terrain scanning and even a winch, but what sets this apart from every other scout that you're going to find in your fleet is it has a unique feature that we call the Active Explorer. It's a mechanic that when you deploy it, it will remove the fog of war within a certain range from your vehicle. To show how much of the map actually gets revealed once you initiate the active scanner, I took a before and an after scan. So if you look for the green icon, that is exactly where the Minuteman is. And so on the left, you can see the before. And on the right, you can see once I initiated the scan, it takes about 5 to 8 seconds. Once completed, if you look at the map, you can now see how much it actually revealed. I do like the Minuteman scout vehicle, but it is situational. I'm only going to use it for its active scanner to clear out the fog of war. You got way better options when it comes to scout vehicles and exploring the map. And in saying that, I will still give it 1 thumbs up simply because of that active scanner. Stick around if you want to see the Wrecking Ball in action, but up next we do have the M7 cable layer. It's a specialized utility truck for infrastructure missions. Basically, it lays cable for your power line restoration contracts. Don't have a lot to say when it comes to the M7 simply because it's just another cable layer, but I did notice, being it is slightly smaller, it does provide a little bit better maneuverability, and it does lay the cable down slightly faster once you begin deploying it. But as I already stated, nothing special. It's just another vehicle you can add to your collection, and let's move on. We got the OFT 96 TSD heavy dump truck. This is going to be your mobile sand-based hauler, as you can use it to refill other dump trucks outside of your quarry zone. This does bring a massive dump bed, 8x8 drivetrain, and basically can go anywhere at once. It is built for lots of sand, but honestly, I think the capacity seems way off, which I'll explain right after this. Because of the sheer size of this dump truck, it is slower, and I can tell you it will tip fairly easy, as I did push it to its limits, as you can see here, but somehow it did magically land right back on its feet, but I'm assuming this will be fixed prior to launch. Speaking of capacity, the other thing I did notice, you can only refill your other dump trucks 4 times using this, compared to the other sand haulers, which I'm fairly certain you could do it at least 3 times, and something just doesn't seem off. If anything, it should at least double it, maybe 6 or 8 times you should be able to refill your dump trucks. Upon release, if they do fix the capacity issues, I'll give it a thumbs up, but as it stands, I will be sidelining this heavy dump truck for now. Instead of the D as in duck, we got the T as in Tom. We got the OFT 96 TST heavy cargo truck. It is the same chassis as the dump truck, but a different bed. This, I can tell you right now, this is going to be your heavy cargo transport. It's designed to haul large, heavy, or oversized type equipment, and it is great for resource transport. It also includes a crane and a flatbed configuration if needed for containers or other types of equipment. It's not the fastest hauler out there, so if I need to get to point A to point B super quick, I'll probably use one of the smaller trucks. But this guy is ready to step up when need be, especially when you need a ton of crap to go from point A to point B. As far as my take on this guy, I can tell you as you get into the later maps, this truck is going to be your bread and butter for hauling, and 2 thumbs up. I know everybody's excited to smash buildings, but honestly, my next vehicle, I'm going to say it right now, game changer. This vehicle is as slow as molasses, but it can open up entire new opportunities when you think about Roadcraft. And we got the Torque G175 TreeCrusher. I actually think this is going to be the star of the update. This is going to offer up a new mechanic. You can now drive through small to medium trees and basically crush them. The front bumper has an animated crusher attachment. Something about watching trees splinter under your bumper is 100% worth it and very therapeutic. Currently, you can't knock down trees. With this vehicle, it's going to allow you to smash down pretty much any tree, and it's going to open up brand new routes and possibilities that you never even thought of when it comes to Roadcraft. I am super excited to see what this vehicle is going to bring to Roadcraft. If I had 4 thumbs, I'd give it a 4 thumbs up. But honestly, the TreeCrusher is going to be a game changer. Well, up to the 7th and final vehicle that can be found on the public test server. It is the 511B Dragline Demolisher, the Wrecking Ball truck. As with the TreeCrusher, the Demolisher will move just as slow, but swinging the ball does make up for it. One thing to note, you can't just demolish any building that you want. You can try, but the ball would just bounce off of it like it's nothing. Destroying buildings must come through a specific objective, or the map itself will have certain buildings marked for destruction. Demolishing the building will allow you to swoop in and also pick up the resources left behind. You're basically going to set up beside the building marked for destruction, extend the boom, swing the ball, and smash the building to the ground. I definitely had fun doing it, but I'm not sure how long that fun is going to last after swinging the ball and destroying my 20th building. Personally, after the fun wears off, I would rather just take my Longhorn and run through the building. It might actually be more fun, and I might even be able to introduce a mini game on how many resources I can catch as I drive through the building. But overall, the mechanic of swinging the ball and destroying buildings is fun, and I am going to give it 2 thumbs up. One thing to note, as long as you have the base game of Roadcraft, you do have access to the Roadcraft public test server, meaning you can actually test drive all of these vehicles yourself. It's very simple to do. All you need to do is log into Steam, go to your library, and under your search, just begin typing Roadcraft, and you will have an option that says Roadcraft Public Test Server. Install that. Once it's done, log in. Now, one thing I do want to tell everybody is your saved games do not transfer over from the original Roadcraft game, so you will have to start fresh. But you're not there for your saved games. You're there to actually check out all the new vehicles. A couple other things I do want to point out to everybody is that the video I did was only on the vehicles. The expansion also is going to include multiple other things. That is 2 new maps. It's also going to introduce other mechanics such as ghost buildings, exploration towers, hidden objectives, and multiple other items, which I will leave to a future video. That is Roadcraft Expansion 2, focused on 7 vehicles. My understanding, release is scheduled for the end of Q1, maybe into Q2, but as with any video game, dates can change. If you're looking for more deep dives on the new maps or maybe some of the other options coming out with Expansion 2, let me know down in the comments, as I typically like to do a Roadcraft Thursday on this channel. I do have 45 years of gaming experience, every platform, multiple games, so absolutely subscribe to the channel for weekly updates. And click F5, reset and reload, and I will see you at 4 a.m.